Happy Friday, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. It's not 9:30. Don't check your clocks. It's 8:30. We're here an hour early as you got the Thunder game starting at 9 o'clock. We will be on immediately following the Thunder game for some Thunder talk for all the Thunder fans that are out there. But this is really about OU softball making the SEC championship game tomorrow. They're going to face Texas A&M, Jay, who just absolutely dominated Texas. Destroyed them. 14-2 run rule. But, wow. Man, OU today, it continues to find ways to win when they're down, and they have these moments, seems like, constantly. It's inconsistent if they don't have them. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, and I think the crazy thing is they're so young. I mean, that we talked a little bit about in the post-game video. And Killer Breeze is right when he says this has to rank right at the top of the best softball wins ever in the game. It's up there. First time in the SEC tournament, you're down 5 runs. No team has ever come back from more than 4 runs in the SEC tournament. They made history. You hit 6 home runs. That's another record. And
it was an elimination game.
And here's the thing: Audrey Lowry, Gabby Garcia, and Sydney Barker, 3 of the stars of the game. True freshman. I mean,
Nelly Mack's a redshirt freshman, and Parker and Pickering are only sophomores, and we can go on and on and on.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, including me, today after the start of that game with Deal, just not having her best stuff, not really being that good at control with their pitches. Audrey Lowry comes in that game and she's kind of the. I don't know the word I would like, but the stabilizer, man. She
was the stabilizer.
She threw strikes, and it's not just strikes. They're to me, there's something that is not talked about a lot, and that is when you're able to go get a half inning and it's very quick. I think that like energizes you, man. And
7th inning, Jay.
There's no like slaving out there between pitches. It's strikes, get out of the inning, go hit again.
It was big that Agbayani gets the home run, which was the 5th of the day for the Sooners. It was big for that. And Mark's absolutely right, Jay. I said this in our instant reaction video. Monticelli allowed 1 run. Monticelli was really good, especially considering she hasn't pitched in a long time.
And didn't she have base loaded with Ellis up there?
That wasn't. I thought that was Bella Smith.
Maybe so.
It may have been Monticelli, actually, Jay.
I think it was, and she got the fly ball. I think she got the fly ball.
You're right.
So, man, did they pitch her good or what? Their strategy?
Jay, Patty Gasso after the 3rd inning, OU's trailing, I think, 5-1. Patty Gasso just ripped into the team. Patty Gasso is unbelievable, man. Maybe you didn't notice this. I noticed something, Jay. And it was in the bottom of the 7th, Cassidy Pickering leading off, okay? She hasn't gotten on base all game. She looks bad the first 2 pitches.
The change-ups were getting
first 2 pitches, change-up. I'm pretty sure, I'd have to ask her to see what she said, but she was talking to herself before the pitch was coming, and it looked like she said, stay back, Cassidy. Stay back. And sure enough, she stays back on it and rips a single into right field. What their head talk, the stuff that it's unbelievable.
Well, and Gabby Garcia on the home run, they just needed a fly ball. And honestly, I think she was trying to just lift it and just powered it out of there.
She attacked early.
Yeah, fly ball to tie it, and she got a pitch. And by the way, Arkansas with the lead there saying, let's bring in our ace to shut OU down. No, it can't happen. I mean,
she was pretty good,
though. Away, man. They chipped away with home runs. Crazy.
Yeah, hey, A.W. Bennett says, hate to say this, but does Dill need to hit the portal? I don't know if she needs to hit the portal. I mean, they've got pitchers coming in, and Dill's had 2 really good games against 2 really good teams, Tennessee being one of them. So maybe – and Monticelli seems content with just pitching whenever. She doesn't seem like she's going to have to leave. And Guys, Kirsten Deal may pitch phenomenally in a regional game. I don't know. I just think they're going to go with Landry Lowry.
Let me ask you this, and this is a little bit off topic, but kind of not talking about Deal. I mentioned this in the Discord. I think maybe it was on the text thread, but is there something to be said about like Kirsten Deal? Every year they've had another pitcher that's just way better and is the ace, right?
Correct.
And as they go throughout the season, her starts and her innings dwindle every year. Like she starts out, she's
had a lot this year. She's been the number 2 pitcher on the team, Jay.
Yeah, but down the stretch, they haven't pitched her much.
Hey, Brian, when you and Jay's kind of on this note, I think has been kind of on this note too. Maybe I'm wrong, Jay. Correct me if I'm wrong. What do you mean we'll be back on a dominant mode? They haven't left dominant.
They win this year. They might win this year.
They haven't left dominant mode. What do you mean we'll be back?
In dominant mode.
They won the toughest conference regular season, and they're a night away from winning the toughest conference postseason tournament.
Hey, real
what
quick,
else can they do?
Brian, to be fair, to be back on dominant mode, that would mean that's like Texas saying we're back. You'd have to have left. OU hasn't left. You know why? Toughest conference in softball is what? SEC. Who won the regular season title?
Yeah, I just said this, Jay.
Oklahoma. Who has a chance to win the postseason tomorrow? Oklahoma. I mean, they're right. They're still there. Lowry, Bordy will be back next year.
I'm not. Yeah, and I think others will be back, Jay. I do.
And you also got incoming freshmen. So,
yeah.
Monticelli, you got to give it up to Monticelli. She goes so many games without pitching. Last year, do you remember key moment in the World Series? She comes in and has a big inning. I mean, so give it up to her. She was ready when they needed her, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love Monticelli's energy.
Well, you know what you're getting from her, straight gas.
Gas. Hey, Emmerling, speaking of gas, the pitcher threw a 77, I think, mile per hour. What was it, 76 or 77 mile per hour pitch that Emmerling turned on?
Well, that's usually she. I don't know if I've ever seen her hit it past second base to the other side.
Correct.
She only pulls it, and that was a big one. The other, that was back-to-back shot with Barker. The other one that we haven't talked about, and we didn't even talk about in our video, I think it was Bella Smith pitching, and they had runners on. She got a little lucky because she put 2 down the middle, and Ellis, I mean, smoked them foul. I mean, you talk about just killed the ball. And she was out in front. She had enough off speed on there, but got away with it a little bit there. Sid Barker, unbelievable. I mean, you could say down the stretch, I mean, she's been really good. I mean, geez. And how about Gabby Garcia not even being nominated as freshman of the year? I mean, crazy.
Yeah, I think she answered that question today. Hey, Brian, again, I'm going to say to you what I've been telling people on Softball Lives all year. Jay can attest to it. OU didn't just dominate everyone last year. They beat Florida 1. I mean, they won a couple games 1-0 in the postseason. Jada Coleman had to go yard against Florida or they were done. 2 years ago, they had to go yard. Kenzie Hansen had to go yard against Clemson or they were done. Like, I'm so like this team this year.
I agree with the first part of his comment.
I agree. Deal has not progressed very well.
I agree with
that. To act like OU hasn't been dominant. They're going to have less than 10 losses guaranteed in the toughest conference. They may have less losses than they had last year. Think about it, everyone. Think about it.
Jerem, what about Robert here?
You already know what I say, Jay.
I know.
She's coming. She's coming to OU. You heard it here last year. It's happening. At the beginning of this year, we said it. It's happening.
We definitely need better catching defense. Yeah, Pickering. Were you a little bit surprised she was in left field today?
No, because Barker was in right.
I know, but she plays a lot of right. Pickering does.
Dude, Agbayani hit the double play, and then her neck. Think about this. Hey, I got to go to this. Chris, great point. And you know what? I'm going to give you evidence. I'm going to give you some examples of resilience. Number one, Agbayani, double play. She hits a double play. It killed him.
Yeah.
What'd she do next at bat? Bomb. Garcia, runner on third, 1 out in the 5th inning. What's she do? Looks really bad striking out
Yep.
on a changeup down low in the dirt. What's she do next at bat? Bomb, walk off. That's 2 examples of resiliency right there.
Hey, let me say this. I don't know if you saw this stat today. Guys, Arkansas has been red hot. They have been. I mean, they've been hitting the ball unbelievable.
They started off.
They scored 6 runs on Pickens. They scored 6 runs on OU's 2, 3, 4, and 5 pitchers. So I know a lot of people are on Deal and Bella Smith and the way they pitched today, but Arkansas is really good offensively, and those aren't your aces. So now there was people tonight. I saw this all over. I don't know if it's Twitter or Facebook. People saying OU shouldn't pitch Landry tomorrow because A&M might not pitch their ace. You go win it. Hey, do they have number 1 in the Super Region? Do they have it locked up right now? Or do you think A&M can beat them and get it?
If A&M beats OU, I still think it's OU.
Now, Hunter made a good point before we got on here. A&M's number 1 in the RPI, and they're not going to drop.
Well, I know, but Hunter the other day said OU was guaranteed number 1, didn't he?
I think OU should be it regardless because I think I don't know though, man. The RPI, they might look at it, but
if they make a statement against OU, I think they could get it.
A&M's hot right now. A&M's going to be a tough game. They're scoring a lot of runs.
Jay, Corey Hicks they have on campus. Riley's the key they have on campus. And then who's the other one?
Kendall Wells is coming in. She's a number 1 player.
Kendall Wells, that's
number 1
correct.
catcher, I believe.
Chris, Arkansas did beat the Tennessee Ace Pickens, yes.
Yes, they scored 6 runs on her.
Hey, one thing that was huge, Jay, is OU did not have to go to Landry today.
That's big. Yeah.
So it's going to be Landry versus Kennedy, don't you think?
Who?
Isn't it going to be OU? I mean, it's going to be Landry versus Kennedy.
I don't know. There were people saying that they may not pitch Kennedy. I doubt it. I think she pitches. I think it's going to be Landry Kennedy.
Now they run rule Texas. They didn't have to use any of their staff that they needed. So
now Randy says, OU is 7. Winner tomorrow will be number 1 seed, and it very well could be the winner takes it number 1. But
I don't mind being an underdog. Patty, hey, ask Patty if she minds being an underdog because she felt like one this week. She said.
Well, did you see? I mean, the all first team SEC and second team SEC. OU only has 3 total players on there.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
I mean,
you don't think they're using that as ammo?
Sam Landry, Pickering. Who was the other one I'm missing?
Was it NellyMac?
NellyMac, yeah. So that's it on the first 2 all SEC teams. A&M and Texas is loaded with them. Arkansas had 3 on the second team. So
pretty cool to see Jada Coleman, Alex Duraco there.
Oh yeah, I mean you knew they would be. Okay, so this was after the game. Randy says their coach said she wants to see Kennedy pitch.
Did Kennedy pitch today?
So
I didn't watch any of it. I didn't know Kennedy pitched today. If her
they didn't need her much. They didn't need her much. They scored what in the first inning? 8 or 9 runs or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's what we know. I think we know
it's
this.
It's a matchup we don't see, Jay.
Well, it is, but here's what I think. What you know, I think OU moving forward. I don't think there's a lot of OU fans overly concerned with the hitting because they've hit good pitchers down the stretch. They've faced good pitchers and they've hit them.
They've been better against better pitchers.
If there's any concern, I think it's when Landry doesn't pitch. And if you get behind again like they did today, there's going to be some games you're facing a pitcher. It might be hard to come back. I mean, this was a great game tonight, great win. But I'm going to tell you right now, my team, I think you're going to see Texas Tech maybe very far in the World Series. I just think they're going. I think Kennedy, that team, I think they can go really far, man. I wouldn't want to. I mean, that'd be a good matchup, but
yeah.
And then SEC wise, I got OU, Tennessee, and Florida as my top 3 SEC in the postseason as far as making runs. I don't think.
What about
Arkansas could, but
what about Nigeri Kennedy? Yeah, what about Kennedy? Kennedy's going to be a tough out. Hey, this is the phone link right here. If you want to call in and talk to us here on the Sooner Surge, you click that link, you paste it in there, you allow your camera mic access. You won't be seen, but you will be heard. Also, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. They got softball stuff. They got all kinds of OU gear. Shirt of the Month Club. Sign up for it. Use code Surge. Get 10% off your first 3 months.
Am I missing something? I didn't watch the game. Did you watch A&M in Texas?
No, but how do you look if you're going to pass out if it's 14-2? You shouldn't be that stressed.
They said she pitched all 5 innings. Was it did they have a lot of base runners or something? I'm curious because I didn't watch it. So I'm wondering.
I don't give a look. OU doesn't care who's pitching. They don't care. They're going to hit.
Yeah, they're going to
move the line. They're going to pass the bat. You know what? Oh, Jay, you may disagree. I thought OU didn't play well today at the. I mean, they had 6 home runs, but they swung at several ball fours. They didn't get a lot of walks like they have been. They had 5 solo shots, guys. This could have been.
Yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of base runners. They didn't put a whole lot of hits together. If that's what you're saying.
I agree. They didn't.
Yeah, they do. They hit 2 outs right now. They're hitting good with 2 outs. Randy says didn't look tired. I've seen a lot of people online saying that too, that she did look tired. So I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Jack Turner Stadium said, OU said, hey, get ready. You're getting ready to see something special. And they did.
What is that? A 5 Eastern first pitch tomorrow, I believe.
It is 5 Eastern, 4 o'clock Central. That's correct.
Yeah. So I don't know about baseball. They need to win. They need to win 3 more games to host a regional. So that's all I know. They need to get 3 more probably. Phone lines are open if you would like to call in and talk. Hey, Jerm, looking at this now, we're almost done with the SEC tournament. Had some early exits for some teams like Tennessee and Florida. Didn't expect it. Give me, as far as postseason wise, your top 3 SEC teams to go the farthest that you have. Now, let me say mine real quick. I already said Florida, Tennessee, OU, and I would put Arkansas on the cusp. I'm going to be flat out honest with you here. Texas pitching down the stretch hasn't been very good. Cavana, OU got to her twice. I mean, tonight they got rocked by A&M. Both softball and baseball, Texas is kind of struggling right now down the stretch.
Look, all I've really paid attention to today is SEC, and anytime I'm picking a team who maybe could be top 4, it's got to be someone who slayed the giant a little bit, and that's Florida and Tennessee. They're the only 2 who have done it. They're the only 2 who have won a series against OU. I would say that matter. OU lost another series, but to me, that's not a team that's going to do anything. So I've got Florida, Tennessee there as dangerous teams. And then you've got to say Texas Tech is dangerous because of Kennedy and some of the hitters that they brought in. But outside of that, Jay?
UCLA?
No, they don't scare me.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. They were playing Nebraska tonight. Does Florida State do anything for you?
No.
So UCLA beat Nebraska tonight. So Nebraska's done in their tournament.
Did Jordy Ball pitch?
I'm not sure on that. I have to look. By the way, Texas Tech today, did you see what they did?
No, they played Arizona State, right?
Well, how about 18-0? 18-0.
Yeah. They're a good team, Jay.
They're a really good team. I think they're really good.
You still have to wonder if Kennedy can do it.
What she's got better bats than she had at Stanford, Jerm.
Agreed. Jordy Ball pitched and lost. What was the final on that game, Jay?
4-2.
Yeah.
4-2.
Hey, Jay, give me someone we haven't mentioned today that you thought just really something that really impressed you today.
First, I want to say, Sooner Cowboy, lucky you, man. I knew you were a Georgia guy, so that's awesome. You're in the area. That's awesome. What stood out for me? Is that what you asked? Is that what you asked? What stood out to me?
I asked, yeah, something that impressed you that maybe we haven't talked about.
Let me see. I'm trying to think that we haven't talked about.
And real quick, Brandon 96. I agree that. I mean, I'm picking OU to win it all. I've picked them all year to win it all. Now, it's not guaranteed because even the last couple of years, they've had to have games like today where they came from behind. Now, here's my question. I'm telling you right now, I'm not – you can't guarantee anything in sports. But my question for anyone who would not pick OU to win it all is, how can you not? I would just like that answer. How can you not pick them based on how resilient the team is based on Patty Gasso. Like, how could you not pick him to win it all? We got Jackson on the line.
What's up, Jackson?
What's going on, guys? Hey, if there's something tonight or from this afternoon that I learned is that maybe I should never pick against Oklahoma softball, even if it's not, and then even if it's just a normal game, basically. Because Jeremy, you know this. I even told you guys I didn't think Oklahoma was going to win today. I thought Arkansas. They played a phenomenal game. They played about as good as they could. But Oklahoma, I mean, you can say that, oh well, they have the inexperience and stuff. I mean, it doesn't matter because the fact is they just have players that make dadgum plays.
Well, and they make them win it. I mean, Arkansas made some plays today too. The double play they got, the third base was it double?
Oh, that was
a great play by her. I mean,
and the first baseman. That was when I actually when I was watching the game, I thought they may do it. I mean, it took every bit of it. They may do it. They may beat him. Hey, and by the way, Sooner Cowboys. This is when people. I went on a huge rant about 4 nights ago, and I'm not going to do one right now. I want to save everyone from that. It's tough to win any of them.
Yeah.
OU didn't just run through everyone the last 4 years. They've had tough games in the regionals and super regionals, guys.
It's the key hits and the key moments is what it is.
Yeah.
Somebody rises up.
And something today that, Jay, I know you're going to agree with me on this, but I never understood why Oklahoma even pulled Kirsten Deal. Because outside of one pitch, I thought she was really doing a solid job.
Jackson, I told you why, and I actually said this on the show yesterday, and you were with me on the preview or when we talked about it. She was going to pitch.
I wasn't with you on a video yesterday.
Okay, but all right. I said this. She was going to last night on the live, Jay, I said that she's going to pitch Dill one time to the lineup. Yep. She'll pitch all the pitches one time to the lineup and go to Landry. That was the plan. Lowry just was phenomenal.
Yeah. And if you can even get Audrey Lowry to where she's just consistently hitting the strike zone like we've seen her do, and if she's continuously just being able to produce outs, and, you know, like you can't just expect her to come in and give up 0 runs in a game, but like if she can just consistently maybe be like a Nicole May was, just come in, maybe only allow 2 to 3 runs, that could help out Sam Landry so much. Because you know that you're going to have someone, yes, that might not just be shut out, but they're going to come in, they're going to help. They're just going to be a steady arm that Oklahoma has, because that's something that no one has really proved. And I think I saw this earlier from somebody in the Discord, but they said that Isabel Smith, Kirsten Deal, and Audrey Lowry all at times have looked like good second options, but no one has been
consistent enough.
Yep, no one has been good enough.
I agree.
Also, I do want to say, Sydney Sanders, when it comes to this time of the year, guys, she plays her best ball.
Yeah, and getting a home run from Emmerling is big.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that next, Jeremy. That's a great point. And then the walk-off by Gabby Garcia, that's just, over the last 5 to 6 years, that's got to be one of the top moments.
And Jackson, that's why I'm looking at Sooner Cowboys comment. And here's the thing, guys. It is okay. It's okay to say this group of freshmen are elite. It's not going to hurt the seniors' feelings from last year. And this is not the Sooner Cowboy, but there's a lot of people who say, man, that team last year, the special group of seniors. OU has less losses than that team. And Sydney Barker and Gabby Garcia are freshmen, and they look pretty special today.
And
tougher conference. Yeah, and something that I want to know is, how did no Oklahoma freshmen make the national Final 10 for for freshman of the year?
I don't know. I thought Gabby Garcia should have been in there.
I completely agree. But guys, just such a phenomenal win. The ability for this team to be down 6-1, battle back from what that deficit was. They easily could have quit, been like, we're just going to move on to the postseason. But you've seen this team. They've responded so well to adversity this year, and I think that's maybe been the most shocking team is for being so young, how they're able to respond to adversity. And I think, and going into the College World Series and everything, Oklahoma, they faced it all. They've been in huge deficits. There's been games where the offense isn't going. It doesn't get going until the 6th or 7th inning. They've won games 2-1 by playing small ball. You've seen this team. And Jeremy, we've been saying all along, don't doubt against Oklahoma. I know me and you are still riding with Oklahoma. So I think it's going to be an exciting time, and I think it's also going to be fun in the World Series because all of college softball right now is just so
World
really. It's
Series.
just
Is always fun. I mean,
it's just great because there's such a competitive balance in softball, and I think that's going to make it super fun.
hey, thanks for the call, Jackson.
Hey, Jay, I got a question for you, Jay.
Yeah.
Because I know you hated it, so I'm curious what your thoughts are on the whole pitching a pitcher through the lineup once and changing pitchers. Because I know you hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I don't.
You
hate
hated it today.
Well, here's what I think.
Dumb is what you said. Dumb, stupid. This is idiotic.
You asked me a question and you keep talking. I'll answer it when you'd like for me to. You good for it?
Sure.
You good? Okay. The reason I didn't like it is I thought Deal may have got in her rhythm if you left her in for another inning, and I didn't like pulling her for Bella Smith. Bella Smith hasn't done anything better than Kirsten Deal. If you're going to put Lowry in, I get it, but I didn't understand putting Bella Smith in.
It's kind of like what Jackson said, though. They've all been inconsistent. Lowry went 2 or 3 games.
I'm not going to doubt Patty Gasso. I'm not doing that. I was just saying, I don't know if I would have done it. I didn't doubt. It was my opinion, Germ. You've had different opinions from Patty.
I admit I'm wrong, some Jay.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever. That's right. Only glory. Is that the quote from Replacements?
Pain is temporary. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Glory lasts forever. Sooner Cowboy. Phone lines are open if you'd like to call in.
We got a couple minutes left, Jay. Let's kind of break down tomorrow. It's an unfamiliar foe, is what I would say. It's OU A&M. It's unfamiliar foe. They haven't played each other. I don't know when the last time was they played each other. Maybe Hunter can look that up and figure it out. But it's going to be a fun matchup because has A&M, Jay, I don't think A&M's won an SEC championship. So someone's going to get their first SEC championship.
Yeah, let's hope it's OU the first time they're in the SEC championship, first time they're in the SEC. So
to me, winning the SEC title regular season, and people said, "Oh, is it outright? Is it share?" No, it was outright. And then you win this outright. There's another feather in your cap that you could add, and another championship to your championship mentality. It just does not bode well for those who are around them, Jay. Like the opponents. This dragon has not been slain yet.
Well, and I think we talked about this a few games ago. I thought, or a few days ago, I thought Patty might change the lineup, batting order with Parker and Pickering at the top. I don't think she's changing. I think they're going to ride with it the rest of the way. You're muted.
She's not changing it. Dayton's in the 9-hole, which I like. I like Barker earlier and Dayton in the 9-hole. Hunter's got the info. OU won 8-0 against A&M in February of 23. Early season of 23.
Hey, let me ask you this, though. Was this a gut thing for Barker, or do you think Barker gets the majority of the starts over Core the rest of it?
I think it was a gut thing. They really wanted her. I think with her hitting, you can't bench Sydney Barker right now. You can't bench her.
Game's been moved up to noon.
Whoa. Special alert.
Breaking news, guys. Get it out there. Get it out there to all your OU fans.
That has not worked for me very well, but
moved up to noon. Must be weather rolling.
Must be some severe weather coming up, yeah. Special announcement. Game noon tomorrow. And Hunter, I'm assuming that's noon Central, 1 Eastern. They're at Jack Turner Stadium in Athens. And Mark, you're correct. Sydney hits bombs, Core does not. That's what it is right now. So, hey, everyone listen. 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. That is the new game time for OU softball in the SEC championship game. Perfect timing as we're about to get off here and Hunter breaking the chances. Any chance we see Tia Malloy?
I'd like to see her get in that bat.
Her last 2 pinch hits she got on. She singled. So, yeah, bring it. It's going to be a great game tomorrow. Sam Landry bringing Oklahoma to the promised land, the land that they've been to. It's not Moses. Moses never got them to the promised, never reached the promised land. OU has reached championship land. Sam Landry, will she lead this team to a championship? I won't say promised land because I don't really like comparing things to biblical things, but championship is where they are. Thomas Landry. That's good, Mark. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. We want to do a little softball talk before this Thunder game gets underway. We will be back after the Thunder game to break it all down. Game 3, OKC versus Denver. We'll see all you guys tomorrow immediately following the game. I will be on for a live show immediately following the SEC championship game. Make sure you're here to follow it. Hit the like before you leave. Boomer Sooner, Teresa says. We'll catch you guys later.